So I was trying to record the iPad and my face at once. It's not letting me put the two together, so I'm just going to, do a little voiceover here and there.
Chiedi a chiunque.
Chiunque.
Non è ciò che dico.
Ciò.
È uno che lavora duro.
Uno.
So quale cappello è mio.
Lei pensa a qualcos'altro.
Qualcosa.
Tu sei l'unico a cui penso.
Chiunque.
Domani. Subito. Pollo.
Quale? 3. Fagiolo.
Piatti.
Della.
Mentre. Ciò.
Non. Capisci? Che vuol dire? Che ciò che vuol dire?
Cui.
And this video is somewhat long, but I have cut out the ads for the most part, so.
Cui.
And in real time, I was repeating some words and speaking, so there might be some weird pauses here and there. Accepted.
Il cognome è quello che è. Sono quelli che pagano di più.
Really, not even in real time. Only on this playback did I realize how creepy some of these faces that they make are, so.
Sono sempre i migliori che se ne vanno.
Something else I noticed only after the fact, how they sync up the characters' mouths. It's kind of creepy.
Tu vuoi i biscotti al cioccolato, i quali ho già mangiato. Tu vuoi i biscotti al cioccolato, i quali ho già mangiato.
And then I always, depending on the time, I'm like, do I want this XP boost? Because I feel like I have to work longer. And it's just like, I could go to sleep, but it's just like, no, let me get these points, which is what I did. So, wasn't sure what was next. Was it a story? No, it's personalized practice, but it's just 4, so I guess I'll do it. Must have been my thinking, because that's what I did. I do remember lamenting not having pressed yes to the heart, but what can be done?
Qual è il vostro pasto principale? Qual è il tuo lavoro principale?
Forse. È cominciato. Tu sei andato molto vicino.
I just want to note that even though I got this right, it's still a weird sentence. Andato to me is so like walked, so why is gone? It's a weird sentence.
Lo specchio è vicino al letto.
Here I was a bit confused. I'm like, is it dolce? Dolce? I went with dolce, obviously, and it was right, but yeah.
Figli. Sono dottori.
La torta non ha zucchero, però è dolce. Perché l'hai fatto?
Ieri. Abbiamo mangiato pesce.
And it's a crapshoot when you decide to share, but I did decide to share. Didn't know what I was gonna get in advance, but I got what I needed, which was a heart. So.
Quando hai detto quello al mio amico?
Quello è una, uno, delfino o balena.
Ah. Che, ora. Chiudete. Chiudete.
Now, this question stumped me. I had to search up in Google Translate. Kudere, kedere. I'm like, what? And that's just the power of one letter change. We love that for us. We hate that for us.
Chiudete.
Più che altro non capisco cosa dice.
Voglio. Ma
Tu. Tu.
Not gonna lie, it's pretty obvious. I'm getting my sentence structure from other Romance languages, and it is not the same. Here, my error was twofold. First was I read this as I have something I want to say, and then secondly was I completely omitted the want. So that brought me down to 2 hearts, and now the pressure was on.
Tu, dove? Hai. Sì, quello.
So we're 3/4 of the way full, right? So I should have 1 left. I was considering doing some practice. I'm like, nah, let's just go for it. There is a big glitch here. Let me know when you notice it.
Pranzano al ristorante.
La salsiccia.
And here off screen, I was having fun translating salsicha and salchicha and going back and forth at just letting the words roll in my mouth. It's such interesting where the changes are, right?
Piatto.
il ragazzo cena. Un pomodoro.
L'insalata è nel menù.
La donna, ma un fra.
Gli uomini pranzano al ristorante.
Il cuoco ha una salsiccia.
Couldn't tell you why, but I spaced out on the gender of this word. So, yeah.
Noi
Ceniamo al ristorante.
Messing up gender and gender agreements was kind of my theme this go round. And just like that, I've finished this lesson in this module, right? I get the points. I have finished. My quests are completed. I should be completely done. Did you see the glitch yet? Did you notice it? No, you didn't? Or you did? And here's the glitch. It didn't register. That whole lesson didn't register. Why, you say? Because we didn't have hearts. That's the glitch. That whole thing loaded without hearts. And so I did all that work for nothing. What fun. And then this pops up with like a countdown. Like, hold your horses. Either I will or I will not get the points in time. Why are you trying to stress me out? Anyway, I have to do the whole thing over again. But we have some repeat sentences and whatnot, so it's relatively easy, blah, blah, blah.
Non. Sono. Per. Niente.
Another instance where I had to go and look it up because it had earlier in this whole unit module, whatever, pokey for some sentence, but it was all male plural, male singular, blah, blah, blah. You get it. And then it's just like, why do you want me to work? You're trying to give me overtime pay? Like, seriously, honestly, what are we doing? But then I says to myself, I says, self, it's just a story. Let's run through it. So we ran through it.
Lynn sta andando a casa. Lei ha 2 pizze. Lynn vede Oscar per strada.
Ciao Lynn, oggi mangi la pizza?
Sì, la pizza di Enzo è la mia pizzeria preferita.
Anche a me piace tanto quel ristorante. Ora voglio...
Mi dispiace, il ristorante è chiuso ora.
Oh no! Ma tu hai 2 pizze. Posso comprare una delle tue pizze?
As I do recall saying this as I was recording, I'll say it again. Oscar is one of the most trifling characters, and I enjoy him so much.
No, Oscar.
Lynn va a casa.
Ora voglio veramente una pizza. Cosa faccio?
So at this point, Lynn has set her boundary. She said, no, you can't have my pizza. And this man says, what can I do? How do I conspire? How do I plot to get some of her pizza and make someone else invite him? Trifling.
Sì, è un'idea fantastica.
Voglio. Lei ha. Tu mangi.
Anyway, that's it for this episode of Duolingo with me. I, want to see what the next checkpoint was. I got some gems. I got more gems because I watched an ad. Didn't show that here. But, yeah. Then I just wanted to see how many units left in this section. It goes up to unit 20. So, yeah, exciting times. Anyway, stay tuned. Bye.